Kayuk, Kayuk. Wangapo, Wangapo. Thought I would clear up some things because the law is intentionally confusing. It's intentionally deceptive, right? And over again, people that has stolen our land recite, it's been dismissed. It's been dismissed. And what I want to do real quick this morning is just talk about, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does it's been dismissed really mean? Because yeah, there's a lot of deception here. Okay, there's a lot of deed lynching, title lynching, and deception. Okay, and this orange robe on this judge shows you that they're the ones that should be in the orange jumpsuits because they are criminal and how they conduct themselves under the color of law. Okay, so first of all, what we need to make clear is, can you dismiss title and ownership that's forever? I mean, I think a child could figure that out. If I give a child a toy, I don't know, even a bracelet or something, and I say, this is yours forever, and someone just grabs it at school and says, it's mine, that's mine, it's theirs forever. It's I gave it, I made it for that child, it's theirs forever. It's forever. No one can go and grab it from that child of yours unless they are stealing, right? That's criminal. The same goes for these judges. They facilitate theft. They facilitate criminal behavior, and it's just a fact, and it happens every day. And the more people in this country realize what a falsehood that we're living under, this great place that called the USA is not great. And even those that think it's great, it's still not great, because what's going to end up happening to those that really believe it's great is that it's not going to be great for you, because what's going to happen is the thievery and the lies that you are benefiting from are going to end. And then you're not going to think this is a great place anymore. But when things are going your way, I mean, it's the best place in the world. Yeah, it's the best place in the world until things don't go your way. And then what will it become after that? So basically, we have to understand what a land patent is and what the judge did in my case and what they're doing to me in my case now. And I just wanted to get that out, because the key to all this anger, deceit, and painting me as a criminal is our lies. It's all based upon lies and deception. It's all based on lies and deception. So basically, when you look at the case let's just look at it, because, whatever. We're going to share the screen. I don't think I have it. I'm going to have to go to the entire screen, which is kind of ugly, but, we'll do it. And, okay. Let's get to this. Let's go to that. Okay. So if you look at this case, okay, I don't want it doubled up, but I guess we could have it doubled up. This is the dismissal from Judge Haynes in 2023, right? Now, this dismissal is based on a statute of limitations and things like that. They call me a descendant. That's to malign me as not being an Accomack, right? Or you're not an Accomack, you're a descendant. They diminish it. When white folks say that they're Akahonic or Cherokee, they just call them Cherokees, right? But when I say I'm an Accomack Indian, they call me a descendant of. That is to sideline you. That is to diminish your identity. Okay? That is a slander. That is a slur. That is defamation. I am an Accomack Indian. If ever there was one. Okay, so basically, and so are many others. So what she did was, and what these judges often do, is that they don't adjudicate the case. They adjudicate an imaginary case and they apply it to your case. In every filing, I show all the case law, all the information about, patent rights, about the Indian, about the Non-Intercourse Act, all these is about the fact that you cannot transfer land from an Indian, all these different case laws, and also I actually presented statutes that are applied to the Accomacs ourselves. Like we have colonial statutes that protect our land in particular, and that was shown all through the casework. Now the history heads and the land thieves, they know my casework very well, but they hired this woman because she replaced my original judge. Mind you, they actually removed the original judge and put her in place to dismiss my case. Y'all understand me? Okay. So this case that was dismissed, it was dismissed basically calling the case another case. Making it was pretended she pretended she pretended that it was a land case, like a regular real estate case. It was never a real estate case because the case I filed was an ejectment based upon patented land, just like the quit claims we filed were based upon patented land. That's not It's not about real estate. It's not about deeds, right? It's not about deeds. So there's that. So that's the thing. You have to understand that this dismissal is actually just a sidestep. They sidestep the truth. So even in all these cases, so a dismissal, like we sit up there and we watch television, and television says, "Oh," the judge goes, "Case dismissed," and then you're like, "Oh, the decision's made. The case, they're free or whatever." Is in real life, you have to apply it to what is being adjudicated, what is being decided, or what is being managed. Now, when she dismissed a case that it was about a patent, and that what I stated was based upon the fact that this land had been patented to our people all this time, none of these people have the right to be on this land, period. And particularly the one for PNC, that was my fifth grade grandmother. So how in the world do they have the right and to be on this land which can never be sold? It can never be sold. It always goes to the heirs, hence the word heirs property, right? It always goes to the heirs. Indian heirs. That's heirs property are for Indians. Patents are for Indians. Land forever is an Indian thing, but we're not supposed to know about this. That's why they're not prosecuting me, they're persecuting me, right? Because you're not supposed to know that you can go. Because, see, other states are not like Virginia, they're not as wicked, right? So, other states, when you have a claim and you figure out that you're the Indians and you find out that your ancestors own these patents, they're going to give you your land. You're going to own your land. Just like we own our land in Virginia, but they are trying to prevent the Indians in Virginia and those that are connected to this land from knowing that. They're trying to scare us from being able to reclaim our land. It's not that I've committed no, there's no crime in quitclaiming your property or any property. And especially, let's go ahead and look at quitclaims, how I did them. How about that? Since people want to, let's see what I did. And let's teach everybody so everybody can do the same thing. And then these assholes can be really angry. They'll have something to be really concerned about. How about that? How about that? Okay. Um, let's see. We're gonna go to the quitclaim, right? I have a whole file for it somewhere. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I can present this with the share screen or maybe photos. Window maybe. Yeah. The window. Here it is. Okay. So I'm going to use the window. Okay. So this is one of the largest patents. Like this actually is one for 1,600 acres, right? It's from the Library of Virginia. We ordered it some years ago. We ordered several patents some years ago. Most of them are from the Library of Virginia. So that there is one patent, okay, and it says Genghis over here. It's got the amount of acreage over there. It tells you a lot. So there are many patents. A lot of them they're hiding from you, or at least from the Virginia Indians. They're hiding them. But we know we had millions of acres. We know we had land that went all the way up to Canada, down to Alabama. We know this. We know that they admit to 35,000 acres in Virginia. Sources do admit that that's what was patented in Virginia. So there's that. Let's look at something else. How did we actually file this? I don't want to show names per se. So I didn't. But anyway, so yeah, we actually based the document of accepted patent. Okay. So that was filed into court. Every parcel that was claimed, it was claimed on what? The patent, the document of accepted Accomack patent. Okay. This is not just your typical, this is what we paid. We paid for this quitclaim. The patent is based on us claiming the land from us to us. Nobody else. Like we didn't go to Joe Blow and say, Joe Wiggins, Benny Wiggins, we claiming your land to us. No, we didn't do that. We didn't go to Suzanne Thompson and say, Suzanne Thompson, we claiming your land to us. No, we didn't go to Lisa Cypress and say, we claiming your house to us. No, we based it upon our patent that supersedes their deeds, right? That's what we did. That's how you do it. That's why they're angry, because it's legal and it works. So they want to put me in jail, or they want to scare me, or they want to make it so I can't get a job. I can't work. They want to put this background check. They're going to put a warrant for my arrest. Why? Who did I harm? Every parcel, let me show y'all. Every parcel that was claimed, everybody got a letter. It was put in the paper. Not only that, y'all, this has been going on since 2016 or so. This has been going on for a long time. This whole land issue is a long issue. 2021, that's when I filed the case that I just showed you how she dismissed it based upon a statute of limitations. Statute of limitations do not apply to a land patent. It's forever. The patent predates the United States and that friggin' law. Like, that's ridiculous. But if you don't know, you don't know. and judges lie, and judges deceive. Judges are corrupt. Some of them. I mean, I haven't found. I hope I have a good one now. Some good ones now, because I've had some corrupt ones. I've had a lot of corrupt judges come past me, and it's very horrible to have this, experience of having people that are completely corrupt. Completely corrupt. So when I say, okay, this is the thing, how are they how is it illegal? See, this is the thing. I just want you to understand. I'm just going to take a few more minutes. The patent is the highest title there is. It predates the United States. It predates all their laws and their deeds. And it was written to be to the heirs forever. So they knew this. For many, many years, a lot of our lands they have not used, and they've made it into public land or parks or whatever, because they don't want us to have it. They don't want us on our ancestral land. They make it into golf courses. They cover it up. But this land is ours forever, and there's a lot of it. And we weren't some primitive people in longhouses, and they came and civilized us. No, no, honey. We had the court system as we know it is our court system. And I'm not going to get deep into that. Well, I got a lot of stuff on my thing. I don't want to get deep into it. I have things to do. But I'm going to let you all know that this patent is very, very powerful. Our rights are very, very powerful. Our history as being people that if you look at the colonial records that go back to the 1620s in Virginia, probably before that, because they don't want us to know that we were in the 1500s having our court system, in the 1400s. They don't want us to know we were in the 1300s. We don't want us to know how far back our civilization was doing these advanced things. They don't want us to know. But the records that show in Virginia, and these history heads that are in the Eastern Shore and in Virginia, they know, and they're not good people. You're not good people because you know the truth. You know that in the court records is Negroes dealing with Negroes. Negroes getting their property back, getting their materials back that they're owed for working. That's happening in the early 1600s. You know that Anthony Johnson is an Accomac. You all know that. Stop with the lies. Like, we got to stop. It's 2025. We got to stop living under lies and deception that are being created by people who don't like us. They don't like us. They don't want us to have what is ours. These greedy people don't want you to have what belongs to you. They want you to be struggling. They want you to come begging and struggling, and they really want you to disappear. A land patent can never disappear. So that's why they fight me. Why do they want me to? Okay, so let's go look at the plea deal that I got by email. Let's be real here. Okay, let's do that. Let me see. Let me go to the plea deal. We're gonna stop that. And we're going to go to the plea deal because these people are demons, and we're going to show you exactly how demonic they are. So, okay, so we're going to go to that. I'm going to share a window. I'm going to go to the photos. Okay. Okay, because I can stay in the photos. And then I'm going to go out of here, and go, I think I'm just going to go to, I don't want to be in albums. Can I not be in albums? Can I get out of albums? I don't think I can go into plea deal without going into the email. Well, let's just do that then. Let's go into the email and show it right directly from Gmail that this daggone attorney, Commonwealth attorney, gave a plea deal and then revoked my bond because I ain't take it. And some of you people that know about criminal stuff, You'll be like, huh? Yeah. You'll know how friggin' foul that is. That's foul stuff. Like, you don't, like, that's dirty. I mean, yeah, you could be dirty, but yeah, that's dirty. So here it is. Let me see if I'm showing it. Oh, no, no, no. I gotta, okay, let me get it. Stop that. Let's go here. Share screen. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now here it is. So here's a letter. You may not believe this, but I hope you are well. This is from Jack A. Thornton III, Commonwealth Attorney. This is dated June 6th, Friday. I write you today regarding the upcoming trial that's set to be heard by jury on July 8th and 9th. Now, mind you, I've not had any arraignment. Do y'all know what arraignment is? Arraignment, first of all, I never was read my Miranda rights. That's number one. Number two, I wasn't even aware that they was having any kind of issue with a hearing or anything like that. The secret hearing that grand jury hearing that they had, and I didn't even know my charges for 4 hours while they had me handcuffed in the jail. But let's go. Let me not digress. Okay, so they never arraigned me. That means they never said what you're being charged with and why. Why am I being charged with these things? What's the probable cause? They haven't said any of that. All right. What do you plead, Lisa? Now that you know your charges. I haven't said I plead guilty. They don't even know what I'm pleading. How are you giving me a plea deal when you don't know if I'm saying what my plea is? Because it's never been heard in court. Crooked. Corruption. Okay, so to be heard on the July 8th and 9th. This is not an attempt. This is to further inflame the situation or any way bully you. Now, see, why are you saying it's not inflaming or bullying? Why you gotta say that from the jump? Because that's what you're doing. You're inflaming and bullying. That's all this is. All these charges are about bullying. It's terrorism. It's persecution. It's wrongful prosecution. It is all of that. As you're aware, the Commonwealth has charged you with 51 felonies, consisting of 24 counts of maliciously filing a false lien or encumbrance. Now, let me make sure you can see that his name's on there. See J.A. Thornton? Okay. Yes. Yeah, your boy J.A. Thornton did offer a plea deal, and then he revoked my bail when I said no. That's retaliation for maliciously filed. And first of all, it's not a crime. This is what's really ludicrous. It's all so insane because no crime has been committed by claiming the land. This is the thing, y'all. If the patent wasn't real and the power of the patent and our right to the land wasn't real, they wouldn't be doing all this to me. If it was just like frivolous, like, oh, she's that old crazy Negro, what's she doing? She don't own nothing. If it was nothing, they wouldn't make nothing of it. But the extent that they're going to harm me, to hurt me, to threaten me, to detain me, shows you that our power to take back our land and our right to live the way we are supposed to live is real. As you are aware, the Commonwealth charged you with 51 felonies consisting of 24 counts of maliciously filing a lien or encumbrance in violation of it. Now, this is a new law. This law did not exist. It is really for those people, that sovereign citizen types that want to put liens on officers when they go, get arrested. They want to put a lien on public officials. That's what it's really for. It's not for land. It's not lien or encumbrance on land. That's not what the intention of this law was, designed to do, right? But either way, this is the basic thing. I want to talk to you because this is very, very easy. It's very simple to understand. The patent is a supreme title, right? It's the supreme title, period. You cannot put an encumbrance on the highest supreme title. I mean, it cannot be an encumbrance. Sorry, you can't put a encumbrance on it because it's, well, not really either. But basically, this is what I want to say. It's the highest title. That means it's the top title, right? It's the supreme title. So if you got a little deed and I got a big title, a big patent, there's no contest. The patent wins. So to say that it's causing a smear on your deed, that's impossible. It's way bigger than your deed. Your deed ain't crap. So it cannot be an encumbrance like a burden on your deed or a smear or a cloud on your deed because it's bigger. It's so much bigger. It is the ownership. It is the only true title. So it can't be an encumbrance. It is the only true title. So that in itself is a lie and a falsehood and a deception. A patent can never be an encumbrance or a lien because the patent is the sure enough truth and it is the law and it is protected by the Constitution. It is one of the first laws. It is the first treaty and the first law. So how is your deed going to supersede that? Are you kidding me? You mean a quitclaim deed or any kind of deed that you get from somebody for buying it with a real estate agent is bigger than a patent that predates the United States? Just think about that. Just think about how what kind of a-holes you have to be to push that misinformation. Just think what kind of evil, wicked individuals you would have to be to push that kind of deception. The patent is the highest title. Put that on the table, you win. It ain't no what? There's no competing with that. So that's why when I first showed you that dismissal, she was being corrupt. And the U.S. Court of Appeals was being corrupt. Because what they did was they was like, we don't see the title, we don't see the title of the patent, we don't recognize it. Well, you took an oath to uphold the Constitution, and the patent is supported and held and protected by the Constitution. So when they failed to protect that patent and my rights to land based upon that patent, they violated their oaths of office. Those federal judges violated their oaths of office. The corruption is real, but you want to hear about the letter? You want to keep reading the letter? I'm sorry. Let me put it back. Okay. So what he said in his plea deal by email. Okay, let me also add that a plea deal by email, that's corrupt, because your plea deal should be above board where everybody knows what you're doing, not under the table, not under the rug, not by a sneaky ass email. It should be on the docket. It should be actually written as a motion or, as a notice, okay? But you don't put your plea deal in a sneaky email, okay? So then you can deny, I didn't do nothing. Yeah, you did. So 24 counts of maliciously filing encumbrances. There are no encumbrances. And it can't be malicious when you have been fighting for the same daggone land and you put a legal notice in the paper. You posted this in a legal notice in the paper. You sent out letters to people. You waited months. This is not no malicious anything, and they know it. But to paint me smear me with slander, to defame my name, my identity, my profession, call me a nurse. What the world? This is violent. This is persecution. And it's intentional and it's racketeering. 24 counts of conspiracy. They don't name any conspirator. conspirators and 3 counts of solicitation. They named nobody I solicited to. They just wanted to bounce the number up to 51. 29 properties were quitclaimed, just the way I showed you that document was designed. It was designed so we said, based upon our patented land, and this parcel is on our patented land, we claimed this property to us, and these were empty. These were vacant vacation properties. These were commodity properties. These were money making or tax shelter properties. Most of them were tax shelter properties. Some of them were commodity properties. They were using it, they're making it, using the land to make money. Sorry, you do not get to do commerce here on our land anymore. Like, you don't get to do that. The land does not belong to you, and you've taken enough from us. You've taken enough. Enough is enough. You have stated numerous times, both orally and in writing, that you did not file a lien. The Commonwealth does, however, think that filing a quitclaim deed constitutes a cloud on the title. It can't be a cloud when my title is superior. It's not a cloud. It's the ownership. What we filed was the true title. The true title can't be a cloud on a minor title. The fact that you were open and honest about your intentions, the articles, the local newspaper, does not, in the Commonwealth's view, negate the fact that the action was taken, that the quitclaim deeds were filed. There's nothing illegal about filing a quitclaim deed, particularly after the U.S. Eastern District Court dismissed your ejectment. And the U.S. court, see, that's what they are. See, they are basing all their power to do this to me on that dismissal. So everything that's happened to me up to this day is because of that judge, that first judge, and those U.S. Court of Appeals. They violated me. They violated the patent, and they violated my rights because they lied. They lied in court. They lied under oath, and they did disavow the oath they have taken to protect the Constitution and therefore protect the patent. See, they base all of their anger on that dismissal. They hired that judge to dismiss me. All those people are in the loop of these racketeers, and they corrupted the court by actually dismissing the fact that a patent is a supreme title and acting like the patented land was just regular real estate and only had and has a statute of limitations attached to it. Regular real estate has a statute of limitations. A patent does not. And this dismissal is what all these angry people are using as their right to have me stop doing what I'm doing. But honey, you're being deceptive don't mean I have to be stupid. You hear me? They're being deceptive and evil and wicked don't mean I have to be stupid. So they expected me to be stupid, and when the judge says dismiss, that means it's dismissed. You can't dismiss a patent. Those judges don't have the authority or right to dismiss a land patent. They don't. And that they did that shows how corrupt and low down they are. So that's what he's basing all of this on. All my persecution is because of that daggone judge. That judge who dismissed my ejectment, which says get off my property, against PNC Bank and the Board of Supervisors, the Northampton County in Indiantown Park. When she dismissed that, and this is what's really freaking crazy. Like we have millions of land, acres of land. We actually have patents for, like I said, over 30,000 acres of land. Okay. So now we were being, as a trustee for the Accomack Indian and that patented land, that I fight for because it's my duty as trustee to do so. This will never end. How are you going to tell me because the judge said is corrupt and dishonorable that our land patents are over? No, the land patents will never be over. That's the thing. And then they want to remove the quitclaims. Well, the quitclaims are just like a note. It's like giving you a notice. Like, here, y'all, this is we taking our land now. That's all a quitclaim is. It is not ownership. A quitclaim deed is not true ownership. Like I said, the only true ownership under law is the land patent. It's the only true ownership under law. Okay, let's go ahead and I can say it, but let's show it because whatever. Let's just show, let's prove, and let's show and prove what it is. Okay, let's show this tab. Okay, let me see. Sorry, did it change? Let me see. I don't think it's I gotta do it different. Okay, hold on. There it is. Legal definition of land patent. Share. Okay. So a land patent is a supreme title to land. What did I tell y'all? This is uslegal.com. Okay. The legal land patent law and legal definition. A land patent is a supreme. Did I tell y'all it was supreme? I'm not just saying this. A lot of definitions are erasing supreme off of them that with a lot of these websites. Why? Because they don't want you guys to know that it is the supreme title, but it is. A land patent is a supreme title to land, which was originally acquired within the United States by treaty. Not just within, it's before the United States. Land patents that are Indian patents like ours predate the United States, and it is even more powerful. The patent party on the patent may transfer by inheritance, but to their heir or their assignee. But really, but the Indian land patent, the thing about this, it says, and where it says, okay, the land patent with proper documentation, the transferee is named on the physical land patent where it says, and to their heirs and assigns forever, right? So the government, the crown that did that, they try to say it was Britain that gave us land patents. No, it was us. It was us. We were protecting us because these people from Britain didn't run nothing until late. These people, just like Air Hall they weren't even there in the 1700s. They're liars, okay? They lied too. All these people are frauds, acting like they've been in Virginia forever. They have not. They have not. And so the land patent is a supreme title. It is forever. They cannot take a deed and act like that's more powerful than the land patent. No, it isn't. The land patent predates and precedes your deed. And that's why they're so upset with me, because they know it is the true law that I'm speaking, and they know they're using deception to try to fool me into thinking that I'm wrong. But how can you unknow what you know? I'm not going to suddenly get amnesia. I don't know how they think that all of a sudden I'm going to believe that dismissal had credibility. It was corruption. That dismissal was corruption. Pure and simple. So the fact that he is like, oh, well, based upon that, we feel like you are being malicious. No, who was malicious? That decision was malicious. That decision was corrupt. There is no, let me tell you, if these people, if it was reversed and we went to damn England or Scotland or Ireland or wherever the hell they're from and went ahead and they found out, oh, these Negroes are all on our land, and my God, this has been our family land forever. Do you think that somebody saying that it was dismissed because of a statute of limitations which didn't apply to their land, do you think that they would stop? First of all, there is no statute of limitations that applies to a patent. Secondly, they would never stop. They would never stop. And I don't understand why I guess they feel like they know us engines so well that we get discouraged and we get scared and we stop. That's what they think they know about us. But it ain't true, cuz I ain't scared. I don't get discouraged, and I ain't never going to stop, because that dismissal was deceit. And all you good white people understand, you can't dismiss a patent. You can't adjudicate something where you don't adjudicate the actual issue. She did her whole case, where the way she worked on my case was she pretended it was regular real estate. I'm saying patent, 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 patent. Here's the laws, here's the laws, here's the case laws, here's that patent, here's the patent, here's the patent, here's the patent. And she's like, oh yeah, regular real estate, da 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 da. Let me just say, dismiss. She treated it like like she didn't see it. She conducted that case like she was working with blinders on. Like she was working blind, completely and utterly blind. Like she did not see the patent there at all. She ignored the patent and the power and the rights that it conveys to the trustees, and she didn't care, because she was working for the land grabbers, for the real estate racketeers, and these judges do work for them. Stop electing these crooked ass judges. Start asking these people because we elect these people. Don't just hit the ballot for the hell of it, because these people are corrupt. And you need to be asking them, what are you doing? How many tax properties have you conveyed? How many issues have you been involved with where you were siding with big real estate companies? You need to start looking into these corrupt mother suckers, okay? Anyway, I'm just gonna call that a day. Like I said, we looked at my case, the dismissal. That doesn't mean anything. When you dismiss something that isn't even relevant to the case, how is that a dismissal? She dismissed it based upon it being real estate. Well, the patent ain't real estate. The patent still exists. It's like when I told them in court, they want to get rid of the quitclaim. So the plea deal that he gave, mind you, is, well, if you please get rid of you got to agree. Okay, let me tell you. Let's see. Bear in mind, my job is to uphold the laws of the Commonwealth, blah, 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 da, da, da. We seek an order of Noah Prosquelli for 50 out of 51 counts. So they're going to drop everything except one charge. One charge of filing a false encumbrance. First of all, it's not a false. How is it false? The patent is real. Our rights are real. It's not false. And it can't be an encumbrance when you have the higher title. So they want me to lie on myself. They want me to admit to something I didn't do. Okay, well, they do that a lot. I know y'all. Okay, I get that. But this girl ain't doing that. So the court will withhold judgment for a period of 1 year. You will be a period of good behavior, and da 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 da. According with the plan, you will be compelled by both conditions. Charge will be dismissed. The remaining charge will be dismissed under Virginia Code, and all quitclaim deeds filed by you will be declared a nullity. You will need leave of the circuit court in order to make any future filing. So in other words, they want to control me from filing any land claims in the future. Well, I could have taken that deal, but I'm not, because The reality is, first of all, it's not a charge. It's you can't. I cannot ruin things for those that come behind me and make it into a crime. If I admit to a crime, then it makes it a crime, and it's not a crime. The second thing is, the ridiculous part of it is that filing a quit claim does not give us the property. The property is already ours. The patent is the ownership. So even if we dissolve all the quit claims filed, they're still on stolen land because the patent's still there. Everybody who developed or built on our territory, knowing those patents existed, they're the criminals. They are the criminals. They violated patents, and patent is protective. It is law. So, like I said in court, the patent was designed not only to protect the Indians or the holders that have the patent because it keeps people from taking their land, but it also protects the violators. Because by knowing that there's a patent there and you actually adhering to the patent, you don't end up building up a big golf course resort community that you're going to lose because you violated the patent. You should have listened to the patent. You should have obeyed the law. The patent is protected by the Constitution. The patent is treaty level. It is law. Anah, y'all. Have a great day.